She wasn't here at the last one, and then I thought when she was here, she said 2 weeks.
Okay, we can
So,
next Buddha. Okay. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivademi Sawakkato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namassami Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Sanghang Namami Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Do some silent meditation. See. Maybe one minute. Meditate to before we begin our class. Um, how are you? Everyone okay?
My stomach was doing somersaults and I couldn't breathe out of my nose. So that was a brutal meditation. I was like,
Everyone okay, right?
and post-nasal drip. My stomach was doing somersaults, then it was coming up my throat.
How are you?
But fabulous. Just minor thing.
The Buddha, when he met the monk, he always asked, how are you? But he said in Pali, I'm not sure you come across this term, Kachit, Kamaniyan Kachit Yapaniyan, something like that. And the monk will answer that, okay, I'm okay. Sometimes say so.
What's good in Thai?
It looked like he said, you okay? Like,
No, but I mean the word good. How do you say good in Thai? So is it the same word as hello? So good and hello are the same thing?
uh,
Or is it a slight change in the vocals?
no, it depends on what you want to say.
Because I always thought it was like hello, somebody.
Like one word can be different meaning. It depends on the circumstance.
Mm.
English is the same way.
Yeah,
We have hundreds of words. You say it just depends on how you mean it. You know, have hundreds of words.
good
Yeah,
can.
like there. Yeah.
Yes.
So how do I convey that, I guess? I want to say hello, and then someone asks me, how are you? I go to say good, but it sounds the same.
สบายดี
Somebody in Lao means hello. Somebody in Lao.
So,
Hello.
so it's not time.
But Thai is Spidey is okay.
Oh. So in Thai, somebody is, or hello is something different typically?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Let me be quiet.
Uh, how about last week? Did you go back and study more?
No.
I think what we share, I think is the basic thing, but it's very important to know. Try to understand, because if you understand that, it will be good for you, especially if you can apply to use in your daily life. Actually, what we learned or what we shared last week, I think is in our daily life. Like the word Samma Vacha, like right speech. When you learn that right speech is a good thing, but the important thing is to what we call to apply, to use. Because we can learn many things, it's wonderful. But if we cannot apply to use it, it's useless. Maybe it can entertain our brain a little bit. Oh, wonderful, good. But if we cannot apply, it's very difficult to do. If it's easy, everyone become arahanta. It's not easy like that. And today, I want to talk about the basic Buddhism, one of the teaching that quite basic. Normally, the first teaching that the Buddha he taught to lay disciple, or he talked to the people. The teaching. I'm not sure Jackie or Amber, did you come across this sutta they call Anupupi Katha? That is the like the first teaching that he teach to lay disciple, right?
I think so.
Like there are 5 of them.
Right.
Like the Buddha, he taught step by step. You have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Like you walk, like
Like slowly crawling. Like when you're a baby, you mean? Yeah, so it's that.
step by step. The first one, like suppose the first one we call Anupupi Katha, is like the teaching that is step by step. Actually, the word Anupupi means step by step. The talk that he teaches the people step by step.
Can you write that? Just the name of the super. Thanks.
I think there are many like Anupupi Katha. I'm not sure about.
What is it? That's close. We'll find it.
The first one is dana, or generosity, or giving, or generosity, sila. Today we are going to talk about sila, precept or morality. And then the Buddha, he talked about sakha. Sakha is heaven. Sakha. And sakha. Kama thinawa. Kama thinawa is renunciation from sensual pleasure. And then the last one is ne kama katha. The benefit of sorry, I think I do a wrong mistake. This one is the Kama Thinawa is the what we call the bad side, your bad side or bad thing of, I don't know what to translate into English. The benefit of renunciation. The word karma and atinawa is the not good thing. You see only the good side of sensual pleasure, like people see, but you don't see the bad side of it. Like this one should see another side, another view of it too. Like suppose when you think about good food, you think about food, oh, you enjoy eating it, and your brain release the chemical or hormone in your brain, and then you make you feel happy when you eat the food. And then your brain, your body release the hormone, and you feel
Growling, isn't it? Something like growling. Yeah, I think so.
dopamine. They call dopamine. Dopamine hormone that make you happy.
Is to stop when you're supposed to stop eating the growth.
And the bad side of it, like suppose you have to drive 4 hours to eat that food, something like that. You tired. Just to eat one meal. I have to do like that. You know, another way.
That's you when you go to Pennsylvania.
Too far. Too far. And this is the first teaching that the Buddha he gave to the lay disciple. I'm not sure you Dana Sila Sakha and Kama Kinawa, the bad side of right sexual pleasure and Nekamarism. The benefit of renunciation that when you keep up, like try to be like live as simple as possible, and then cut off many things. Something like that.
I got ways to go on this one.
And we are going to talk about Sila. I'm not sure you, when I was young, there is one Buddha proverb. The Tanto Seto Ma No Sesu. Can you use AI to translate that?
Consensus, human being.
Tanto Seto Ma Sesu.
So they got humans and the cheese, they're not.
Huh?
It's like of the teeth of the being of the human or something in the mouth.
Tanto. Tanto is also can be the teeth, but another word also means training.
Oh,
Training. This is your famous Buddha proverb. Can you see?
I'm trying. My phone is not being.
Let's see how AI translates.
Yeah, it's not gonna,
of your for the human.
gonna work with that.
Yeah.
The tamed one is the best amongst people.
Wow, that's quite.
It's not AI. It's just a Google search.
Yeah, what one is the meaning?
The tamed one
The term.
is the best amongst people, so probably someone who's trained.
Term is
I would admit, tamed is the best amongst people.
yes. Among people. That is almost the right.
Well-tamed elephant is the one
Tanto.
people take into account.
Tanto is not teeth. Tanto means tame, train. Yeah. The train one. Seto means base. Mother says so is among human beings.
It's referring to tame elephant.
No. This one
Well, I mean the elephant, but
refer to human beings because it's
yeah,
the word Manut says so. Yes.
there's apparently some,
Yeah, we can train the elephant to eat Thailand.
yeah. I think that word is,
Can use to many things.
yeah.
They train monkey to pick up the coconut for them.
It's held a connotation, like there's hidden meaning behind it, even though it doesn't directly, right? The, the hidden meaning behind that word, dental,
Tanto,
and dental,
tanto,
That-
saito.
comes from elephant training,
Not, tanto is should be
apparently.
Tanto,
Dental.
tanto, 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 seto, sorry.
That's what it
Tanto,
says.
seto, so. The term one is the best among people or among human beings. The word manusesu means human beings. And when we say that, because the Buddha, he want to say himself as a noble person who trained himself. When we bow to the Buddha, we refer him, or we think about him as our model, role model. We can be better like him if we train ourselves. That's why the word faith, that is the word, what we call Tathagata Bodhisattva, mean you believe that the Buddha got enlightenment. Behind the meaning is that you believe in human being potential or ability. We can train, we can better ourselves. That's why I always mention about two kinds of training, right? I think you know that word of training. The first one is training from outside in. You know that word, right? What we use to train from outside in is what we are going to learn today, sila. Sila or precept, morality. That is the first training. And the second one is training from inside out. We use what we call samadhi. Samadhi or concentration, meditation, sometimes we call concentration and panya, wisdom, to train from inside out, like we use meditation or concentration to train our mind. This one, outside in refer to our body and also including our speech. If you see 5 precepts, you will see that is the way to train our physical body, our physical action and verbal action. Like I see that if you see, when you observe precept, is not the thing that you must do or you have to do. It's the way to train yourself. It's not the thing that like 10 commandments or something like that. You have to do. If you don't do, you going to hell or something like that. It's a choice that if you see it as like the thing to train yourself, like if you drive on the road, if you see the traffic light, if you have good intention or good view, or the right view, you don't see the traffic light as the order, but you see it as the rule of traffic. I must obey the rule because if I'm not obey the rule, maybe it can cost the people life. Maybe one time okay, but a second time maybe you can get an accident or something like that. And training from inside out is refer to our mind, because as human beings we have body and mind. Maybe next time we talk about it, the five aggregate. And by using the training, by using, let's say, what we call, this one also can refer to the Noble Eightfold Path, right? Or the path that can lead us to have happy life. Sila also train our bodily action and verbal action, especially our word. Sometimes people don't think too much about it. Nowadays, also, people can use your keyboard to type hate speech. You type, share your idea. Sometimes share hate or share something like that. It can consider to be like we can break the precedent. That's why training is very important.
Question.
Yes.
Related to the Noble Eightfold Path, is there like a mnemonic for remembering it? Like, you know, to help remember it? Does anybody have one?
Oh, okay.
Or do you just like have it memorized? Do you know what I mean?
I look at it every morning that I couldn't remember. I just look at it every day.
I guess what if I had like one of those things where like, you know, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we used to have when I taught, like,
Just come up with one for yourself.
sorry, we had hundreds.
Sense for your brain works.
Well, I figured if someone already had one. Anyways. it's just
You have-
curious.
You have the trick to
She probably just because she's got a good memory.
memorize. Like one of the Buddha
I usually forget a
disciples,
few of them.
Ananda, he can memorize everything.
Not
Like when we try to memorize things, we can like remember the first word of, like suppose Anupupikata, we can remember like the first one is Dana, we can say Da, and then the second one Sila, Da, Sila, Da, Si, and then the third one Sat, something like that. Or you can,
Sounds, beginning sounds of it.
yeah, or you can think about the thing that you always you experience. You can think about the people, like suppose the word Dana, you can think about, oh, I have a friend, her name is start from Da or something, something like that.
Yeah, I have to come up with something.
Or you can create the story to remember that. Like maybe I used to do that too. But some people can recite as a mantra.
Mm.
Like we recite just only the first word, or we make the story of that, and make, especially if you make it fun, it can help you memorize easily.
That would be helpful for me. That's my homework for this week.
You can create your own.
Yeah.
Ananda is very good. It can memorize everything. I saw many people like that too. I think they have good memory. But I'm not that. Okay, we Today we are going to talk about the thing that the Buddha he used as the way to train. Because training from outside in, from our bodily action, verbal action, our speech, train from outside, and it affect inside. When our body is good, and also it can, our mind also experience peace or calm. Sila, the word sila, I'm not sure. I think heard that word. Sila can be like they translate to precept, morality. What else? Principle. How to say? How to say?
INCIPLES.
Principle. Maybe ethics, right? Yeah. But the word sila, actually in Pali, there are many meanings sila in Pali. It can be cool, because sila, when you have sila, you are cool, right? You not like have hot temper.
Oh,
That is the first meaning. The word sila can be what we call hate. In this meaning, when you have sila, when you observe sila, it looks like you have brain. You don't do something not. You understand? That is the meaning. Have you love? Sila, that is the first meaning. Sila means แปลว่าเย็น In Thai we call เย็น mean cool. Like cool is not like something like cool means you are excellent. You are, and sila sometimes they say that also means sisa means head. Head is like you have brain. You do things reasonable.
right.
And then the third meaning is normal. Normal. Like when you have sila, you act normal. You speak normal. It's not abnormal.
It's part of your everyday life, like normal, the norm.
You see, if we are normal, we not get angry. How you feel? How you experience? You act normal. You speak good. You do good. But if you are abnormal,
Not a deviant.
Not a deviant. I like that one.
that is
You said cool. Cool shades.
yeah. Sila, who, and you have reason. You have normal. That is the meaning. That the scholar they explain. Sila can be cool if you have sila, reasonable and normal. And how to have sila. In order to observe precept, there are three, what we call. We can have precept by three ways. The first one we call is Samatana Virati. Samatana Virati. Can you Google? Samatana Virati is like you have sila because the word samatana means you take it. Like if you come to the temple, people request that we call samatana. Request. Mayang pante, mayang pante, visung rakanataya, tik saranena saha panja silaniya. That is samatana virati. You request, you want to.
You
That was
request
samatana.
the precepts.
The second one is
You have a hard time there.
sampati. Pati virati. This one, when you have sila, is look like when you confront with some things and you don't break your sila, or you don't break the rule that think immediately, you have that. Oh, I observe precept, I won't break this.
Make the ethical choice.
Yeah, you confront with something. Suppose you walk outside, you see the ant, and then you don't step on the ant. You think, oh, I won't do it because it's again the principle that I observe or practice. That we call sampatta virati, not sampatti, sampatta.
Yesterday at lunch, somebody had saw an ant, and the one was like, "Get it out of here, kill it!" And the one girl, she's like, "No, Dad, you must be kind to it." She's saying it to the ants. That was sweet.
And the third one is samut sheta vi. That this means this is the sila of the noble person, arahanta person, when they uproot or desire, when uproot or defilement like greed, hatred, and delusion, they have sila automatically. This one is the sila of arahanta person or an enlightened person because their mind is very pure. No greed, no hatred, no delusion. They have sila automatically. It's become their nature. Like someone you can see, like someone who is very kind, they don't kill any things because it's in their nature. The first one you have to request, okay. The second one, when you confront or encounter with something and you don't break it, like suppose I went to the prison and I saw one credit card fell down, and I think maybe someone lost it. I took to the office and give it to the staff, and I walked back to the car, and one guy tried to look, where's my credit card? And I told him, oh, I give to someone there, go and take a look. And I followed him because I'm not sure the staff know him or not, and then he got it. And he said, oh, can I buy you something? Let's go and have some coffee. and then, okay, no problem. Something like that. Maybe you found some money or some ring or something that in the public, and you give a report to the police. That can be sampati virati. Like you don't oh, I don't want it because it's not belong to me. It's not mine. Something like that. It can happen. That how we have sila. The first one, we have to what we call samatana. We have to request. The way that we request, normally in Buddhist tradition, they ask the monk to be the witness. Actually, you don't have to ask the monk, but that is the tradition. The monk
So that's
be
like what you guys.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is the conversation we have all the time about how I don't have to have him do precepts for
the-
me.
some people they live far away and they don't have the monk. But you can just sit at your home and just recite or make this determination that I want to observe the precept. Maybe if your home have the Buddha statue, you can bow and just say in the front of the Buddha. Like you can say in your language, oh, I refrain from taking life, refrain from stealing, something like that.
I had each day my goal. I read different sections. I've been reading the 5 acts. That's a little hard to get my head wrapped around. But my goal is, I always say to myself, take it with you. In other words, it's easy to sit there and read it and say I want, but my goal, and I say to myself, take it with you. And I'm not doing it all the time, but that's what I think of. Just take it out the door, keep it with me. Kind of narrows it down.
Did you find the meaning of this?
No. Google doesn't have an answer for that one.
Based on that spelling.
Yeah, right. It's not like samatha. That's not what
Samatana.
samatana is different than samatha.
Samatana.
It's not. There's like this. I got the second one.
Smuchira. Sampatta.
Yeah,
Sampatta.
I gave up because I wanted to pay attention to what you were saying.
Yeah, just try to remember the meaning. The first one you have to request. The second one, when you encounter or confront with something and you think about, oh, it's against my principle, I won't do it. Like, and then
Everyone else is doing it.
we have to. The first one, like, is not become our nature yet. We have to work. We have to train until it will be your second nature, and then it will, at the end, become your nature. You won't do it because it's not right. But at that point, you become arahanta, or enlightened person. Like we walk from the first one, like train and train until it become our second nature. The first one is for, like, as I mentioned, there are 3 levels of beings, human beings. The first one is what we call ordinary person. In Pali, we call Putuchana. That is the first level. And then we upgrade to the second level when we have sila. We call good person. Good person or better person sometimes. You can use that word too. Better person. And the third one is noble person, like we upgrade. Ordinary person, you don't know what is right, what is wrong. like you live your life depend on your feeling or emotion. But we are not anymore. Another beings. We have brain. We know what is right, what is wrong, and then by that we can like upgrade our ourselves. Try to be a good person. But the good person, you have to have the principle to live your life. You cannot depend on your feeling or your instinct all the time. And then until you can upgrade to the noble person like Ariya Bukkhala, like from Sotapanna until Arahanta. That is the way we like better ourselves by training. They say that if we have sila, even one sila, one precept, is we be a better person or good person. We going back and forth between ordinary person and like sometimes we are in this like back and forth. Because sometimes when we get angry, we might do something. Like a lot of my friends, they end up in the jail or the prison. They say that just only one bad judgment because of anger, because of hatred. Just only 10 seconds or 30 seconds or 1 minute, it can totally change. Luckily, we don't have that. But we are here. Right.
Only visit the prison.
Yeah, I have experience. If I end up there, it's okay.
Doesn't have to be that dramatic.
In there, you have to bail him out.
We'll go get it.
You go get him, right?
The
Come
word,
out.
I want to mention about the word manutsa. Actually, it comes from two words. The first one is the word mana. Mana means mind, minded, and ussaya means high. The word manusa means you have a highest mind, a good mind. In order to be a human beings, according to the word manusa in Pali, you have to have a good mind. And then you can be what we call, there are different kind of human beings. But in Pali, like they call Manusa Tirachana, the human being as animal, because their mind is, the quality of their mind is not like human beings, something like that.
So it's where you go to the levels of like what the spirits, the animals, the
Hungry ghosts and stuff.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
How many are there? 7?
Yeah. Think it depends on the refinement in your mind. Sometimes if you are greedy, we call manusapeto. the word manusapeto means human being as hungry ghost. Because greedy mind, a lot of greed, I want this, I want that. And then sometimes you don't care. Like suppose you want to get the land, oh, this land what belong to me. I want to have this, have that. But my grandma, she want to have everything. Actually, we have a lot of land when my grandfather's still alive. Like we live together, big house, many family live with his daughter and son, and his daughter and son have their own family. Like they have many land because at that time, if you see, if you are diligent, you can, okay, I want to take this, I want to take this, something like that. Before they have the deed. But that we call Manut Sapeto. You are a human being, but as the quality of your mind is a greedy mind, one, and no reason, no right and no wrong. As far as I get it, I'm happy. Okay, we talk about Sila. We talk about 5 precepts. The first one, can you say in Pali? Pana, Panatipata, Veramani.
Backwards.
Sikkhapathang. Yeah. Sikkhapathang Samadhiyami. The word Samadhiyami means you taking or you accept or you hold it as the principle or the what to say, the thing that to train yourself to refrain. The first one is refrain, refrain from taking like they said that I read to you. Actually, we should. I forgot to give you this one. In order to break the precept, it's not easy. You have the factor that if you do this all, and then you break the precept. The first one, refraining from taking life. There are 5 factors. If you do it, and then you break the first precept. There are 5 factors. The first one we call pano. Pano means there is a living being. Like pano means maybe an ant or an animal or other beings.
Plants in there?
Pano are living beings, and that is the first factor. The second one is pana sanyita. Pana, the word sanyita means recognition that this is a living being. The third one is vataka chittang. Vataka chittang means you have intention to kill. Like you see the maybe beings, oh, this is an ant, and you know that he's still alive, and then you think, oh, I want to kill. It's very fast. This thing is very fast. Happen within a second. And the fourth factor is upakamo. That is in Pali. Upakamo means the effort. The effort you try to kill. Maybe you step and then run away, and you maybe have the what to say, the wood try to hit them.
Strike it with the-
I remember when I was young at that time, even we are from Buddhist family, we don't know what is right, what is wrong. We don't know about precepts. We try to survive. When we see the bird, this is our food.
Oh, for sure.
You shoot, and they try to escape because they also love their life. And then we run, try to catch them, try to kill them. That is the word we call upakkamong. You have an effort. You want to kill. And the last one, the fifth one, they call tena maranang. The word maranang means dead or die. The being died because of your effort.
So if you were attacked, somebody was close to killing you, and your instinct was to like protect yourself,
You don't have.
you don't have intention. But right? Like
Mhm.
so, just saying like a scenario where it was your,
This is not.
like you're defending yourself, but you end up taking that person or whatever's life.
You don't have intention.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. In the precept, the intention is very important. You see, from the first one to the fifth one, you see that is like it happened very quick in our mind. 1, 2, 3, like very fast. You end up killing something, maybe because of your greed. Like when we was young, when we were young, when I was young, I'm not killed because like we want to. It's not for fun, but we kill because we want to eat. We want to.
Right.
As
Survival.
we see is as a food. My father, he tell me, I asked him one time, killing a fish or killing a bird is bad or not? He said, no, it's not bad because they are all food. She said, who said that? My father, he said, they are our food. Maybe the bird might say, who is your food? If I kill you, what do you think? Yeah. Yeah, when you break this, and then your sila is broken. Suppose, like, I cut the grass, maybe it hit the frog or something, frog, and they might die. I feel bad, but I didn't have an intention to kill.
Right. The from Hakata, he thought he ran over a turtle the other day.
Yeah, very
He's
cute.
like, I thought I killed it, but it was okay. So I'm so happy it was okay.
Maybe before you cut the grass, you have to, like, what to say,
Search the area.
certain area and make sure that there is no beings there. But it's difficult to.
Especially when you have a lot of land you're covering.
I think it's very difficult as a, when you live in your home. Suppose there is the termite at your home. What do you do?
Have to bring people in the building.
Yeah.
It's very difficult.
What if you had bed bugs or something like that?
What do you do?
I'm not saying I did.
Huh?
I'm just saying, like,
Along this lines, though, like those person or persons entering the military service,
Uh,
I mean, the primary training they have is geared towards killing someone. So that would almost be breaking, that would be breaking the precept, I would think.
Yeah, it's difficult to, because as a military,
You know, sometimes stuff is just super weird. Sarah just sent me.
what?
Okay, God. So, but Sarah's on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
I was like, that is like too weird. She just sent me a message. Sorry, Sarah sent me a message. The first message was
What?
she wants to know how do I take care of ants in my house without killing them. And I was like, you gotta be kidding. That can't be like that much of a coincidence.
That's really.
But then she
Was
said-
she watching us live?
And she said that she's I'm like, oh, thank goodness.
I have the story.
I
The,
know.
the
Hi,
woman,
Sarah.
the woman, they found out that there was a termite in her home. She is very serious Buddhist. She said that, oh, let them there. I will pray and meditate for them, send them loving kindness, and hopefully they might go away. and then later on, she found that the termite ruined her house. Like 6 months later, she has to fix her house, and she spent about 100,000 something.
Basically, my house.
Couldn't the constant thought of the middle way, maybe seeking the middle way,
A decision for herself that I want to live or I want to die. Like in the coma, what you have to do? Yeah, and I have one friend, we met at Pittsburgh. She said to me that her mom in the coma, and then she decided to take the oxygen because she didn't want to torture her mom. And after that, she think that she killed her mom. That's bothering her mind because she think that she made a good decision. But later on, she regret that, oh, I should not do that because maybe her brother or sister said, why you do that? You kill your mom. Something like that is very difficult sometimes.
I think some things in life are like gray areas. It's not black and white. You have to make a decision to do what you're gonna, at the end of the day, feel comfortable with in your mind. Because otherwise, you could suffer.
I mean, also, so I don't remember exactly where I heard it from, but the precept is to refrain from, but it's not like a commandment,
no?
like, so, you know, the exemplar was like, you're supposed to refrain from running red lights because it's not safe for people.
Mhm.
You mentioned that, like, you should obey traffic laws.
I think I know you told us
Yeah.
that story.
But if you're, you know, if you're
In an
in an emergency, yeah. There's circumstances that like would cause you to break that rule. Right. And nobody would say that that was the wrong thing to do because you're rushing to the hospital or some other thing.
Mhm. Yeah. I think it's very difficult sometimes. Like, suppose even we make what we call life view that okay, the person died, or if I am in the coma, we just take out oxygen. But how will we know that maybe at that state he want to leave, but we think that person want to continue, but because we think that he make a life view that he want to die. It's very difficult at that moment.
Many factors, I think, go into making this decision.
That's why you have to have get more information as much as you can, and then you can make a right, maybe
And then a decision for yourself.
the least mistake decision. I think.
You can do that in the living will.
Uh-huh.
You can write that down. In mine, I actually have it that my wife first or one of the sons are there, and I have it written as they speak, I speak,
Mhm.
so that they're clear, that
Uh-huh.
their decision was my words. That's how I wrote it. So,
Oh, that's good. I think that's
yeah,
good.
and I hope I don't have one, but looking forward to it. But yeah.
I have some experience with my mom. Like she's in a coma. The first week, my brother and sister there, her brother and sister there. Her brother, my mom, brother and sister want to take the oxygen and bring her home and die peacefully. But my brother and sister said, no, it's my mom. And then they said that we want her to, we try to take care as long as possible. And maybe there is a hope there. Maybe she recover or something. And they start to argue. I am a middle monk, not a middle man, a middle monk. And then I don't know what to do. They start to argue, especially my brother and my mom brother. They I what to say, hot head. They argue, and then after that they point out to me, you how about you, what do you think? And then I said, okay, we live in the uh, democracy, we should vote.
We should vote. Majority rules.
Yeah, majority rule, and everyone to, okay, who want to take back home and let her die peacefully, and who want to keep her here.
How many were voting? Just the 5 from you?
No,
The whole family?
the whole family, and most of the people vote that she should stay at the hospital and the doctor take care. And she stayed there for the whole month. And for me, I think it's very difficult time for me, painful or something like that. It's because a lot of things, surgery, a lot of surgery. And then sometimes I feel regret this. That's why the word mercy killing is, I think, is quite difficult to make that decision. That I think it's better for us to prepare. You talk to your son, you talk to your friend, if this thing happened to me, this is my duty. That's why the word Marananusati also important. Think about it, and then when that thing comes, you can accept it, and you can let go of this body. And then this is the first sila. And the second one is refraining from taking what is not given. Atinna thana. The word atinna means no giving or not giving. Thana, thana means taking. Veramani refrain. Veramani refrain or avoid. Stikha patang samadhiyami. There are 5 factors of violation. In order to break the second precept, you also have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's very similar. The first one is parappa rika itang. The object belongs to someone else. Parikahitang in Pali. The word para means other people, or the people belong to other people. Parikahitang means is other people like own or you belong to them. And the second one, parikahita sanyita, and you know that this belong to someone. Or belong to my friend, belong to that person, you know. The first one is not your, and then belong to that person, you know. And the third one is thaya chittam. The word thaya means still. You have chittam in mind. You have intention, or you want to steal. And the fourth one is upakamo, means the effort. You try. How to that is the way to steal it, right? You try to do it. How to make sure that nobody sees it. But nowadays it's very difficult because
everyone is cameras in.
and the fifth one is tena haratnan, that the object is taken through the effort. The word haratnan means you take it with your effort. You can you take it. That when you do all of this, it happened very quick. Like I like this, and then you go to the restroom.
I should choose a much nicer upgraded phone than mine. Mine's pretty old.
Yeah.
Waiting.
That is the way.
Somebody could steal my phone and then it would make me buy a new one.
Actually, mine's even more upgraded than yours. So
I
if mine disappears.
I forgot to mention
Okay. Just kidding.
about the sila. Somebody said that the Buddha talked about human rights 2,600 years ago. Human rights. Like the first precept is about people have the right to protect their life, to protect their life. The first precept is about life. The second precept is people have the right to protect their belonging. Their property, whatever belongs to them. The third one is to protect. They have the right to protect their family. That is human right. Sometimes maybe it is another way to look at it. Like you have your own right, you have the right to protect yourself. In case somebody try to harm you, you can defend yourself. Not sit there all the then can do it. Right?
It would be tough.
You have to learn how to do boxing. And the fourth precept is about what we call. The fourth precept is about we call the credit. If you tell the truth, like you have credit, people trust
Your
you.
credibility.
Oh, this person never lie. They tell the truth. That can be the credit. People can trust you. And the fifth one is about health. Health. You're healthy or not? It's about health. That is human right. In the Buddha time, the first precept, second, and third is about human right. Protect your life, protect belonging, protect family. There's still another way to look at it. That's I just think about it and then I don't want you to forget about it. And also talk about the second precept. The second precept, that is the person that we call, that is the word vitsasa or vitsasa. Like suppose we know each other for a long time, with very close friends. And sometimes you might take something from your friend, like maybe the pen from your friend's house. You know that we very close. Your friend don't think about that. Okay, it's my friend. Like whatever you want. Or they say that, oh, whatever you want, just take it. They might say that. Like, well, suppose you come to the temple, we say, okay, if you want coffee, tea, and you don't have to ask. You like what we call visasa, or visasa is like is you don't break the rule like that. And beside that also, some people might say to you that okay, you can do that. This can be another choice that if you feel guilty.
So like if you borrow somebody's pen and then you forget to make it back to them, that would not be. You know what I mean? Like, and then you realize later, oh, I had a pen. But you want George. But then, so that wouldn't be right. That like I think it's like that wouldn't go against you. Like you borrowed it. You didn't necessarily plan to take it.
What they call in the third one, we call traya chittang, that you don't have the
Intention, right?
to steal. But if your friend want the pen back, they have to remind you because this person always forget. And sometimes you have to remind. It's better to short note. Make sure that I borrow Jackie $500. It's better because you cannot pretend like you forget. Then you have to pay the price. People are afraid that, oh, if I see this person, I'm afraid that she might borrow my money. she or something.
Credibility's ruined.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, then talk about the third one. Refrain from sexual misconduct. In this case, I think it's also about the five precepts. There is like some, what is it, some tricking or something that very difficult to make judgment. Like some people have different view or argument. Like the precept number 3 is called Kamesu Michachara Veramani. They call refrain from sexual misconduct. In this meaning for the people, the first one is Akama Watu. And they translate as an improper object. This one is about about other. It means the people.
Boyfriends, girlfriends, spouses.
Yes. An improper object. Like they said in Pali, there are like 20 person that you should not like what to say. Like let's say it's not your partner, you don't interfere or something like that. And the second one is Tatsaming Sevana Chittam. The intention to engage in sexual activity. Like you want to that is the meaning. And the third one is Sevana Payoko. The word Payoko means effort. You have the effort to engage. Nowadays it's very easy because we have social media and something like that. And the fourth one is Makkela Makka Patipati. This one is like when you try from the first one to the third one, it's end up like that together. Yeah.
So like any type of intimate contact.
Yeah. Yes.
Exactly.
That you can break the precept. The third precept. Like that is the question that like we have like what they call. I remember I went to Netherlands many months and this friend because we have a meeting there. And after the meeting over, they took us to the people there. They took us to see the city, and there is some part that they said that there is what they call. I forgot the name.
Red light district.
Yeah. They said that, oh, John, don't go to this place. And then the monks started to question, what is that? And they tell us that this 1, 2, 3, something like that. They said that if we buy, suppose, if we pay and go to that, we break the rule or not. Some people say no. Some people say yes.
Those who say no. Why?
Uh-huh. What do you think? In
Oh, because,
like,
you mean?
oh, like if you're
Pay
paying
for
like
it.
a prostitute
uh-huh,
or something
yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
In one of the readings, when I
Depends on your.
in the Rochester Zen Center, there was, in the book, they had a thing about the head monk, the teacher, took the novice monks to a place where there was alcohol, a brothel with women and alcohol, and had them stay there for hours to find out what it was like, what they couldn't do. And that was the whole premise of his teaching, to actually, they couldn't be told behind the walls unless they really knew what they were going not to do. That was in his teachings. I remember reading, when you said about that, I remember,
Uh-huh.
I don't know what book I had that in, but it was an interesting that he wanted them to see what it was and feel it and be there. So don't do that.
But here's what it's all about, but don't do that.
Well, he said they wouldn't know if they didn't experience it.
You see that in Pali and they translate into English first, second, and third, and fourth. It start from, you have intention to contact, and then later on it lead to the end. Okay. When you do all, and then you break the precept. In this case, you can have what we call sexual intercourse with your partner. It's not considered to that you break the rule. In case you observe a precept, the third one will change from Kame Sumichachara to Brahmacharya. During the time that you observe a precept, you cannot, what to say?
Yeah, sexual contact.
Yeah, yes. Something like that. If you are serious about this, even some people serious, they try not to touch the men or woman, because it can be sometimes if we are serious, as we study, the monk, they not even touch the lady anymore. Like the dog, if it's a lady, if you are serious, you don't touch. Or even you touch the man, but you have a bad feeling, it can be bad too. We have to be careful. It's better not to.
So what if somebody is gay? Then it would automatically just apply to, if it's a woman, they take the 8 precepts. Then it should apply that they don't touch other women, right? But not men.
I think if we are serious, try not to touch every, because it can, what to say, totally, because we don't know about our feeling, our intention, it's very difficult to define what is your intention. It's because inside your mind, but you yourself know for yourself.
Sometimes maybe you don't know, and like, just, if in my case, you're going to be really serious, you don't even want a thought. So like, what? But you might not realize, because it happens so fast. That you can't stop it, like maybe. So like, if
Can't stop the thought.
if you right, so if you avoid contact,
Better.
what, like, you're blocking the possibility that contact causes a thought to happen, right? you don't want to have the thought if you're really committed to.
But you could still have
You
thought,
could still have that, but you
just
don't,
because you're not touching.
yes. You- But sometimes, like what I'm saying is like the physical contact could just trigger something that you don't want to have happen, right?
Sure. Yeah,
I'm not saying that you
But I
you
was
might
just
not
going
have
on the
I'm not
whole-
saying you might not have a thought at another time that you need to control. That's like a whole other situation. But like, we're human beings, so like, if you touch somebody, like, it causes a whole chain reaction in your body of I'm not saying it. Like,
so you're saying don't touch anybody, male or female, is that what you're going with?
He is saying that,
Okay.
like, if you wanna be really committed to the
And
idea
you are
of
not
no,
sure.
you just don't know what the result would be of contact,
I think
right?
Yeah, that's fine. I just thought it was always interesting because it seems like it's always targeting, like, for a male, don't touch women, for women, don't touch. You know what I mean? But like, there are people who are attracted to the opposite sex. So
I think
what about that was, I guess, my question.
Not
Well,
like
right,
men and
origination.
women, like
Right.
Right.
Wouldn't that kind of come under that directed origination, where you, by that action, the rest goes on from there? You know, I mean, if you would rub somebody's back, then, you know, or something like that, that could lead to,
mm,
you know, their mind thinking and your mind, and so,
I think
Yeah, I don't have the issue with not touching. I was just wondering about for
mm,
why it seems so strict, female to male. You know what I mean? The opposite sex, because some people.
And I just listened to a podcast on homosexuality and Buddhism.
mhm.
It was interesting. But there's very little, apparently very little reference in the Pali Canon to homosexuality. Very, very little.
Yeah. I mean,
Not even like a prohibition or something. It just like literally like
I guess I would assume.
doesn't exist.
But yeah, I would assume, let's say I were gay and I were attracted to other women. I would assume if I take the 8 precepts, my thought would be then I shouldn't touch other women. Right?
I think that seems like
Um,
approach to things.
Mm.
I mean, I would imagine
now
there are monks who are gay, and that they have to just be extra careful. I mean, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
but if
how
you
would you
didn't have a
like-
monk, yeah.
I mean, because it's just like that circumstances, like this is how you live
Men's-
as a monk.
monks
with other
touch each
men.
other.
But if you, like, you just have, I mean, just maybe extra hard for, I don't know. There isn't like a special monastery for gay men monks,
Mm.
but they want to live the life of a monk. They're going to be put in a circumstance where like
Mm.
they have to face that every day. It's like, so, I don't know. Just
I don't know what.
extra hard work? I don't know.
Sorry, open the can of worms.
Yeah, I think I think
Blake.
it's precept. They have some, what to say, at some situation it's very difficult to,
A little sensitive there.
yeah. Mm. Just try to, if you break the rule, you can renew. You can renew. And
Just use an example here. Sorry.
that precept of the 5 precepts is become the rule, the first rule of the monk that cannot break. Right.
Oh, that's the #1 rule. For the third one you're saying, that's like the top.
Top priority
For
for the monk.
And I would assume for Bhikkhuni as well.
Yeah, and the second, the first precept is become like the second rule.
The first, oh,
It's the way that they
of the killing.
Buddha was seriously like very, he was very serious about something.
Well, but there are other monks of other cultures who, like, it's acceptable,
Yeah, it's
right?
later on after the Buddha passed away, because before he passed away, he used to say that there are certain rules. If you find it difficult for you, you can, take it out.
You can find your own middle way.
And then the monk, what we call the head monk at that time when they have the first council, he said that he won't take anything out. He just observe what the Buddha said to us. And there were another group of the monks too. They disagree that, oh, I live with the Buddha, I know. And then maybe I can take something off.
You want to change something?
I mean, Buddha did change things during his lifetime. That's probably like the justification that they use is that like, well,
Yeah,
Buddha changed stuff, so we could change stuff. Right?
yeah, yes.
Well, as times change, right, things get adapted, like even as our culture, as, time goes on, things change, impermanent.
I don't think that Buddha left much room for changing that celibacy though.
Well, but
Somehow in Zen they
So-
found a way to get around it. I don't know.
so that's what I'm saying, like,
We're not really sure how they did
where
that.
did that come from? At some point, somebody changed it, or they interpreted things differently.
I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. So I don't know how that happened.
Anyway,
But if you read the more of the suttas, you will find that the Buddha is not. There is no wiggle room at all. It's just like
you mean celibacy?
yeah, for monastics, like for lay people, it's another thing. But like, yeah,
Gotcha.
he's just like
Very serious.
yes.
I think, you want the monk to be a good monk. Because they said that for 20 years, he never make a rule for a monk. Because like at first, the person who want to be a monk, they have good intention.
Yeah,
They
you told
want
us
to-
a story once, but I don't remember. Somebody did something and then after that, was it related to the celibacy?
I mean,
And then after that, he made a rule against,
why bhikkhunis and bhikkhus cannot reside together because there was a bhikkhuni that got raped.
At the Buddha time, it's very difficult for the woman. Even before they have the nun have their, what they call bhikkhuni, they have their own temple, nunnery, but live quite far from the monk. And then some guy raped the nun, a bhikkhuni,
a monk,
no,
or just a guy.
the guy is. And then it's not safe. And then later on, the Buddha just asked the king, can you make like the temple side by side, like the monk temple here and the nun temple here, and they can help each other, or at least to protect the woman. Okay, talk about precept number 4, refrain from false speech. Musawata. The word musa means false speech or lie. Vata means speech. This one, there are 4 factors of violation. I think there is a word when we study philosophy in India. They call white lie. I'm not sure. I think everyone know that. The doctor or someone might say to lie to you because they don't want you to upset, or maybe they want you to have a view to live, something like that. Or yeah, what do you think about it? Oh wow.
I found it very difficult to do that when anymore. Yeah, if I really think about what I'm doing, like, because like in our society, it's pretty common to, like, if you don't want to go do something and you say, oh, I'm sorry, like I can't be there because I have a headache, because you don't want the other person to feel bad.
Mhm.
That you
Right,
were
you're trying to
canceling
hurt
on
somebody's
them.
feelings.
But that one's been there's been a couple of times that I've been like, it would be a lot easier if I just told a white lie, but then I can't quite seem to do it anymore. But it's like I think it's still a lie, even if the intention is good. And it's probably better just to tell the truth. And all the times that I've had this argument with myself and I've told the truth anyway, it's been fine. Nobody's been upset. Everything's turned out just fine. So,
So is that like a white lie? Is that
anyway, that's my story.
considered part of this? Or?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, if
If
you
you're
are,
trying not to hurt someone's feelings?
I think if you are serious, we try to not do that, because especially when people who are serious practitioners, because that thing can bother when they meditate in a state of the deep meditation, which can bother you.
When it came up, it was bothering you.
I told Brahma a story about bowl at work the other day. I mean, that's not lying, but that's stealing. That like people like abandon their like Tupperware at work.
Oh,
Like, we hear that. Like I in the past I've always like that like sits there for like a week or whatever, and people
Yeah.
just, like take it home and be like, well, okay, it's mine now. But like now I can't do that. I'm like saying I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, is that breaking my precept? Because like
yeah. So
it's not really mine.
yeah, there's been situations where like a whole bunch of stuff, is like
Well,
left for like months
Little
and can't find out whose it is. Nobody, it's not mine, it's not mine. So then at some point, someone says,
I think there is. a
if you
point
want
at
it,
which-
take it.
yes. But I think the point I was
That
trying to
point is that stealing.
not about like the item, but like that even small things can
Can trigger.
like like you're like
Mhm.
Yeah.
like
Can
thinking about
bother.
it, like is that right? Did I do the right thing? Did I do the wrong thing? Like it doesn't have to be like drastic that you're
Yeah.
like telling a lie in order to like steal somebody's money or like get something you want or like like try to be somebody you're not. Like it could just be like little stuff.
Yeah. Well, what a situation like that would that apply? Something like that. Something's left behind. Nobody claims it.
If it's causing,
So
if it's
somebody else
causing
claims
me
it. Oh yeah, for sure.
I
You have
think-
to do what you're comfortable with. But what I'm saying is, would that really be looked, if someone said, I don't feel like that is stealing. I feel like it's okay, like somebody left it, nobody knows who, nobody's claiming it.
What do you think if you like ask?
Well, like in a work situation,
Can you ask like, oh,
Right,
can I
you're-
take this?
you, No, so like, what has happened is like stuff just like I don't know where that came from, like, and it goes into a bit like lost and found, kind of like sort of thing.
I think,
And then like after a really long time, it's asked, is this anybody's, is this anybody's? Nobody knows whose it is, nobody can claim it, and then someone will say, well, if you want something from here, just go ahead and take it.
I think that's.
So in that situation,
Mm.
like I would think like,
You
okay,
reach the point.
For sure.
Yeah,
You
you
know what I'm
reach
saying.
the point of no
Right.
I
return.
think
But,
you don't break the precept.
yeah, right. I think that's,
that's what I'm asking. I would think, no, like,
well, like, okay,
before it wouldn't be a question.
so-
So now I'm like always like, so now you start to overthink things, like, oh, and
No,
I might shoot myself in the foot here.
I
you're,
think
just
maybe
you're overthinking.
That's what you were doing too.
No, I'm not.
That's really good, because, like, yeah. But like, so we have the lost and found bin, like, and some, like, so like the manager, like, is like, clean up the break room, and they put stuff in the lost and found bin,
Mhm.
and then, okay, well, so now it's in the lost and found bin. They're like, okay, I think you've reached the point of no return, right? Like, and the manager who like runs the place is like, we can't have this stuff sitting around here, like,
Right.
people abandon things. So
That's what I'm
there's a
saying.
point at which, like, you're just like, okay, fine. It
Like,
doesn't
I would
belong
think-
to anybody anymore because it's been abandoned.
Right.
But like, say it's just like,
Mhm.
you know, you can't, okay, so here's another one, so like, I have the, okay, wait, this is a great, I have the authority at my job to donate things if I want, or give things to somebody if I think we can't use it.
Mm.
Like food, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's part of like, my.
Well,
my
that's
job,
nice
right?
instead of just always throwing. things
But
out.
so like I would like I don't think that I have the authority to make the decision to take something home myself that I would use. Be like, because that like there's like it's too close of a line to like cross over like be like, oh well, this time it's fine, I know we don't need it, but like next time be like I could, you know, like find a way to justify myself something that like,
Mhm.
you know, it's just so like if it was something that I wanted to take home, I would want to like have somebody else be like, yeah, that's okay, that's fine. I would do the same thing. Like, you don't want to make that decision.
Well, if nobody else
Puts you
wants
at-
it,
puts you at risk.
means
Yes, but
it.
it puts you at risk in the future of making a bad decision, right?
you might be more likely to just start
Right? Yeah, like, oh,
giving it to yourself before thinking of
Right.
others.
Right.
Is what you're saying. It might become more second nature to think of yourself first.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I see.
I mean, it's it.
At the end of the day, you have to be able to be okay with yourself.
We've had this discussion about very minutiae of but yeah, it's I think the point is that you should think about what you're doing at all times so that you make the right decision.
Yeah, I think the precept number 4 is about the process.
Sorry.
And you think about how to break the precept from 1 to 4, right? And you know, it's a form matter, and then you have intention to misrepresent the truth. You have an effort, and the people, the parasabin listener or other people understand what you try to tell them or what you lie to them. It is like, and then you break the precept. 4 factors. It's happened very fast.
Well, there's so this one. I've talked more about that. There's more to this in the suttas than like the literal translation is just lying, but in the suttas when it comes comes to speech. Buddha has a lot more to say.
There are four types of speech. The first one we call musawata, is about lie. Then we call pisuna vaja. Pisuna vaja is like fighting. They try to split the people. Maybe I see Amber, I say, oh, you know that. Amy tell that you are not good. Then when you
Like gasping.
they make the people split,
Intention to
intention to
have that.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or perceive someone as a certain way.
Yes. And that is the second one. And the third one is Harusak Vaja, harsh word. Like say the word that is like difficult to swallow. I think you meet someone like that in our life. Like a lot of what we call nowadays, even in Thailand, that is the harsh word that the Buddha, he got that experience because one of the people, one woman, she got angry at the Buddha, and then when she became a queen, when the Buddha went to her kingdom, in the morning, the Buddha and Ananda, they walk and beg for food. The queen pay money for the people to scold the Buddha. You are stupid. You are dog. You are killed. Like Ananda cannot accept that.
Harsh words.
Yes. Like
Yeah.
the word that we call aposa. That I think nowadays like there are many gestures or many words that many people can say and make you feel like in different culture there are different language, different way. Like in Thailand, there are many. Sometimes when people always use it, it become their nature. They don't feel that it's not good. It's a good thing. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Like young people nowadays, even in Thailand, they can say some harsh word or bad word easily. They don't feel like it's not okay. They feel okay.
Yeah. It's just like joking around or something.
And
What's the fourth one?
the first one, because some of parapa is mean you talk like blah 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 and no point.
Oh,
Say
pointless chatter.
what they call in English.
Like idle chatter.
Gossip.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
like,
gossip and things like that you're saying about people. It's just useless.
It's sometimes it's better is in the when you are in the retreat. We observe the rule that we call normal silence. You will talk only you want to ask question about the practice with your teacher. You cannot random talk to anyone. You can only talk to your teacher because they want you to observe yourself and behave. Because normally we are happy when we can communicate, when we talk, we can talk. That is the way that can make us happy. Like,
some people don't mind not being
yes,
big talkers.
yeah. Some people
then-
they like to be quiet.
People who often see someone who kind of doesn't become engaged in a lot of that social conversation, a lot of times they become like the outcast. Or people think that like they don't want to socialize with them, or like, I don't know if you guys understand kind of what I'm saying, but like sometimes you don't want to be involved in certain things because then you get caught up in that idle, pointless conversations of things. So you try to kind of more keep to yourself. But then you become the gossiped one about because you're not the one who's kind of in the midst of all that. I don't know if that makes sense.
Understand.
I think people say if you're not social, it's like a bad thing, but sometimes you need to remove yourself from certain social situations
Yeah.
because it's not healthy.
I think the first one is about our speech, how to train our what we call vajikama, our verbal action. This one also important, the verbal actions, because it can hurt and harm others. But I has a lot of experience that when you don't have intention to hurt someone, but they feel another way. You know, even you ask them and you don't have wrong intention to hurt them, they think other way. There are many times like that too, because people sometimes they think too much.
Or you perceive something a certain way or overthink something.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the the toughest ones, I think. You have a lot of different interpretations. Too, you can say something not meaning something to be taken a certain way, and it can be taken a different way. Yeah.
This is the way it likes us.
Do you have any question about precept number 4? And precept number 5 is about health. If you want to be healthy, try not to consume intoxicant. In the Buddha time, the word sula meraya is about alcohol and something that make you lost your consciousness.
So like nowadays, like the big thing is like weed is legal. So like it's legal, but it's still an intoxicant.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that thing can make you lost your consciousness.
Some people take it for medicine.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But isn't it different forms of it or something?
The medicine is another thing. Like sometimes, eating, if you don't take too much, it can be medicine.
Oh, I read somewhere there, somewhere I read actually with regards to this, like, because it's very commonplace for people to socially drink and things like that. So I don't know if it's just some people have adapted it a little bit where like it's okay to drink in moderation, but you shouldn't be drinking to the point where it's like changing your making bad, makes you make bad decisions.
When you drink, even you see a small consumer.
Well, that's just,
If you break the rule, it's okay, and then you can renew.
well, I guess I was just wondering, like, is it in general you should not drink at all, or is it in everything within
I think
moderation?
The word refrain in Pali we call Veramani, it's mean refrain. It's not don't,
Yeah.
you see for yourself. It's not like killing the people, but it might cause you the problem if you do too much.
I mean, it doesn't apply to me. I don't drink
AA has a saying,
But-
the AA saying is 1 is too many and 5 is not enough. And yes. So it's just put that in there and think about it. And that's what they base it on. And unfortunately, there's a tremendous amount of people that, and I can say this because I was one of them, had a problem with alcohol. And, yeah, so,
Your homework is you find out, okay, the benefit of the sila, the precept number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Buddha, beside that, he talked about the benefit of the precept too.
I mean, I definitely think, yeah, they're all beneficial.
Suppose the precept number 5, if you avoid from or refrain from intoxicant, what is the benefit of that? You have to do.
I mean, a lot of benefit, I think.
Benefit to yourself, but the benefit to everybody, and like the whole world.
But maybe
I'm
the
trusted not to.
the factory, they dislike because they cannot sell.
Oh,
Anyway, they can sell it anyway. A lot of money there.
for sure.
That is also when we do it and we like it. Like because when you first drink
Mhm.
and your body tell you that, oh, it's not good for you, and you throw up. And the second
Throw
time,
up or throw out? If you're throwing up, you're probably consuming too much.
no, and the second time you again, and your body reject. And the third time you do it, and your body reject. And the fourth time your body say, oh, I cannot tell this person that let that person do what they want.
Well, I know it's like, I remember when I was young and like everywhere you go, especially when you're young, that's like the big thing, like everybody
Have.
drinks.
Yeah.
So like if you're the only one that doesn't, and when you're young too, at least like in my case, like I felt like wasn't really interested in drinking, but then eventually I did because,
Mhm.
you're around everybody that does.
Yeah.
So it becomes, in America, it's like a part of life. You go out to celebrate. What do people do?
Mhm. Understand that.
Now I don't drink.
And the what to say, the commercial
Yeah,
advertisement
it's just like a part of
is
the
the big,
culture.
big things. Some people like they addicted to that. It's like you cannot live without it. I think it can be because if you do that, it's look like you fulfill your dream, or maybe they don't know how to get out from that.
Mhm.
I think it's difficult. It's the big problem anywhere. The story of what they call sula. Sula is alcohol. The word sula means make you brave. The story.
Will make you brave.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The word sula the story of it is, I'm not sure it's true or not, but the story is that the guy is the hunter. Every day he go to the forest hunt and bring back animal to their family. They sell, they eat from that. And one day he went to the forest and then he observed the bird. They fly and drink water there. And then a lot of birds drink water. And then maybe 30 minutes later, the bird just fall off the tree. And the hunter can catch the bird easily. And he wondered, what is that? Why the bird go crazy like that?
Wait, was he drinking alcohol?
Yeah, that is the hole in the tree that when the rain, when it rains and it all the water and the fruit from the tree fell down.
Oh.
And then
Yeah.
he climb up to the tree and see that, And he started, what is that? The first sip is like heaven. and,
That's funny.
and
My
then-
first sip was like, ew, why do people like that?
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
You know what I mean? Like,
And then he bring it back to his home. And then he start to share with his wife, his children. They like it. Oh. And then he go to that tree again and like take it more back home and start to share with his friend. Oh, what is this? And they feel happy at dinner. And then like from the small village, it spread out very quick. Oh, we have a holy water or something, very good one. Let me name it Sula, because the hunter named Sula, because he found that and he shared with his friend in the village, and then they start to share.
yeah, it becomes part of their culture.
And then after that, the king start to hear that, oh, there is the wonderful water. And then the king asked
Beer
that
sticks on
guy,
beer called Wonderful Water.
asked that guy to go to. Later on, he make the thing. He make that for himself because he learned that he make it, he do it, and then he sell.
That's all
And the king introduced that to the people, to his loyal palace, and when they have some ceremony, it's a part of the culture. and later on, it's become the problem for the kingdom.
I know. Society.
That is the story of the.
Anything in excess is a problem.
I don't know if it's true or not, but
It sounds true.
you find out that is the precept number 5.
Mhm.
There are 4 factors, that, and then you try to consume, and then you have intention, you try, and then if it goes, and then you break the rule, it's okay, you can renew. But be serious. In the Buddhist country, you take alcohol, it's not the big rule, but it's bad, very bad in the people's eye. They just force you to quit a monk.
Oh, like if you're a monk, you mean?
Yeah, if you are a monk, you
Oh.
drink. It's not the big rule, but like you can renew your rule. But people think it's bad,
Oh.
and then they force you to quit. It's a bad thing in the people's eye.
For monks.
Yeah, for monk to drink. But it's not the big rule. You break.
Like it's one of those soft rules.
Yeah, there's different levels of
Some,
seriousness of
yeah,
breaking rules. So, but
like the 4 rule that you cannot break. Like, if you break, you are no longer
Killing,
killing,
celibacy,
stealing,
stealing.
and like lie about you want to gain fame and name, you can lie. Oh, I can fly.
I can
Oh, I have this kind of thing, this that.
I'm
You want to gain respect, something like that. It can
present
be,
yourself as well.
because
There actually was a monk that did that.
Mhm.
That was saying that he could he had all these superpowers.
yeah,
And then he was flying first class and was taking money from the temple. And
long time ago.
there's a couple rogue ones out there.
Don't watch too much new.
yeah,
Boy, that's interesting.
Yeah, because it also true. It's also some mistake. Because nowadays when you, what we call when you create a content, you get money.
Mhm.
Normally people, whatever what to say, people want to talk something. Sometimes we don't know the full information, and then we just say because we want like, we want, if people watch more, you get money. That's how we live.
People do crazier and crazier things for views
Um,
because they get more money.
That's why we have to, like, what we call, post, what we call, good things. Okay, I think that's all for today. Question and
That's a
homework.
fun one.
Thank you.
Oh, my
Homework is the benefit of five precepts.
Yeah.
Definitely think so.
Yes.
I benefit all
I
of
was
them.
listening
Good.
to
Very
a
good.
podcast last night
Five
about
precepts.
Sila.
Uh-huh.
And it actually, I was getting emotional about it because it was like with the benefits of maintaining precepts. That, so for myself, like that, I'm like, well, what good am I doing in the world, right?
Mhm.
And I'm sure I've asked you this question before because I'm reading all of you. It's okay, you don't have to do great things as long as you work on yourself first.
Mhm.
And then, all of the other things will come when you've done that. But that these things are
Mhm.
of great benefit to the world because you become
Yeah,
trustworthy. It's
you want to be the prophet.
right. You're not. Yeah,
You
you're
are not the prophet.
giving the gift of.
I believe the Buddha said if your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete.
Yeah.
But
Which- Makes a lot of sense,
right.
Mhm.
that particular.
So
Like-
these things are important. It's not just about you, but that you because you don't need to go do grand gestures of like creating foundations or but it's just as important to like I give the gift of not killing his aunt. Like he values his life. That is
Mhm.
like
You change the world.
yeah, yes. But it's just very
Like someone said to me that as a father and mother, if you love your children, try to be healthy. Because if you are not healthy, and then you go to hospital, you end up stay at the hospital or at your home sick. And maybe that your son and your daughter worry about you, they cannot pay attention at their work, or sometimes they have to quit the job to take care of you, something like that.
The things you do affect others that are close to you.
Homework.
I mean,
So we're not.
I
gonna-
definitely
we're not
see
gonna
that a bit
have a
more.
class next week.
Yeah,
we're now. Oh, because you guys were leaving.
we have
In Chicago. You guys
have
were
to
in
help
Chicago,
the meeting in
yeah. I'm excited.
We have a meeting tonight to prepare for that.
Oh, nice.
We have several meetings already, but yeah, they want to make sure everything okay. Because a lot of people go there.
Yeah, it sounds like it'll be awesome for you.
It-
I look
it's
forward to
awesome.
pictures.
Yeah.
Hearing about it.
From our holiday, he will do live podcast. You can listen.
I will do that.
Mhm.
Instead of coming here on Tuesday, I'll look first.
Wednesday, you can come from our Kanchanapat here.
Mhm.
You can
Yeah, for the
meditate,
Wednesday meditation.
and you can meditate with you.
I won't be the only one, hopefully. You'll be here, right, Frank? There are some people who aren't going, right?
We'll be here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
you.
I think if you could